you go, ladies and gentlemen. Friday, November the 13th, 2020. Date file created. There is no cell phone in the universe that will lie about this. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Get ready for a real redneck.
Hello, America.
This is Ambrosia Starling coming to you with a Redneck Civics lesson. You see, we got a lovely meal going on, you know, trying to feed and take care of everybody because that's what the government's supposed to do. Now, these three stacking pans are like our three separate branches of government. We got to keep our beef separate from our pork, and we don't want it percolating in the marinade. That's the Supreme Court. Now, the beef, of course, is always going to be the executive branch. It cooks quick, but you need to let it go slow and give it some time to percolate in order for things to turn out tender and juicy for everybody to be able to work right. Now, these things look like they're not quite burnt yet. That's why we went ahead and saved them, like we're trying to save our executive branch right now. Now these lovely pork chops right here, see, that's Congress. Greedy hogs. Now when we get ready to start slow cooking things and make it all work right, when we get ready to start slow cooking things and make everything work right, everything works together beautifully. We got our pork in the bottom. Now these pieces are a little bit thicker, so they're going to be a little bit closer to it. We set our marinade right here. That's our Supreme Court, remember? That's the slow boat. And we set it all back over the fire and let it percolate nice and slow for a little while. This is good government. Right now, somebody's about to burn all that steak and all them pork chops and turn that marinade down there into rock gut. Never at any particular point. Now, everybody in each one of these three houses, they all take the same oath to defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. Well, you don't have to execute the crime. You don't have to complete the crime in order to be an enemy conspiring against the Constitution of the United States. Now, if I leave this right here on this hot part of the fire, this is going to burn and all this is going to smell like smoke. So what you have to do is you have to pull it off the fire. You have to save it. You have to let it sit. You have to let it percolate. Now, Donald Trump is currently throwing everything from all these lovely stuff right straight into that fire down there in that box. He's going to burn our country up. He's going to do it with the help of not just the people in his cabinet here, but you see, he's got 4 big fat pork chops called McConnell, Graham, Cruz, and Lynchburg. They're going to help him. They're already conspiring. 3 is the number that we need for a conspiracy. 1, 2, 3 people takes a conspiracy. Darling, I can give you 6 right now. The 4 hogs we mentioned, and then, of course, the Vice President, Donald Trump himself. That's 6 people. That's a full-blown conspiracy to undermine the government of the United States of America. And it's not a conspiracy. This is not conjecture. This is nothing but facts. Because we know that Mitch McConnell, don't forget our hogs now, Mitch McConnell, Lindsey Graham, and Mr. Lynchburg, they have, there's Ted Cruz in the corner. They've all already managed to mess up our marinade down here at the Supreme Court. You see, it's not flowing evenly right. There's too much wine in there, thanks to the way that they've treated the Supreme Court of the Constitution of the Supreme Court. They've managed to use every single loophole they can to pervert and twist this into something that is ugly, nasty, and completely inedible. Something that the American people not only cannot digest, but might actually kill you, because that Supreme Court down there, they've managed to taint it with salmonella. Now, I'm doing all this to tell you this. I told you that to tell you this, as Dr. Phil used to say. Each and every one of these people in all these branches of government has taken an oath to defend the Constitution of the United States. But there's a fourth part of our government that also takes that oath, and that's our United States military. All 5 branches of military service take an oath to defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. Pay attention to those last 2 words in your oath, gentlemen. And domestic. Because when you have people in power who are colluding to interrupt not only the peaceful transition of power, but all functionality of our government, the way that Mitch and his little hog friends down here managed to do the Supreme Court, they're doing a quick run on a peaceful transition of power. Do not believe for 1 second that they are going to be committed to a peaceful transition of power. Nope, that's not going to happen, Dawn. If they were committed to I believe in their commitment to a peaceful transition of power, just like I believe in their commitment to not rush Supreme Court nominations, like the ones they held off for 2 years on Obama and then did in 30 days for Trump. These are not, you can be a duly elected official and still be a conspirator against the Constitution. You can be a duly elected official and still commit treason, which is what they're in the process of doing. But they're trying to slow walk it and blame it all on Donald Trump. It's not all Donald's fault. Let me say this again. 6 people involved in this. Mitch, Lindsay, Ted, and I can't remember what Lynchburg's name is. I keep calling him Lurch all the time. But then there's Pence and Trump. 6 people. Well, these 2 people up here can't do nothing without these 4 down here. And these 4 down here have been working at it for 25 years. That's right, 25 years. 25 years. It's time to put a stop to it. Otherwise, you might as well just go right in there, take the whole thing, and throw it right there on the fire and burn it up. Just set it on fire, burn it up, let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Set it on fire. Just set it all on fire, honey. Burn it all down. Because that's exactly what they're going to do anyway if we don't stop them. And it won't take long. They've already got everything smoking and rolling. In just 1 quick second and 1 good quick puff. There you go. There goes your country right there. Them little leaves just smoldering. Save America. So that we can take care of our country the way we need to, so that we can take care of each other the way we need to. Remember your constitutional oath. You do not need a legal defense to execute your constitutional oath. Treason does not have to be prosecuted in a court of law. Treason doesn't have to be revealed to anyone when it is wide open in front of everyone and blatant. Save dinner, boys. Looks good right now. But you give it 60 more days and it ain't gonna look good at all. Probably wondering why I was so concerned about being sure that the day that file was created. But if you'll notice that message about the Supreme Court being tainted, at the time, that was recorded in 2020. We're 2 years on. And the congressmen, the members of Congress who helped and assisted Donald Trump in his Start the Steal movement, none of them are facing charges, and none of them are going to. They tainted the Supreme Court. Here's your next prediction. They tainted the Supreme Court so badly that when he gets up there on appeal, he's going to get free because the Republicans already own Clarence Thomas. He's been a member of the Federalist Society, which, by the way, is intent on undermining the Constitution of the United States. All of this is nothing anybody needs to be surprised about. Nobody has a right to pretend to be shocked or upset at any of this. This is who conservatives have been. Now, I was able to predict what was going to happen 2 years ago, including the fact that the mess with the fake electors. That's in the next one, when you see my diary post from January 2021. I can predict these things because I have done what my grandfather told me to as a child. I have remembered that no man is so poor they cannot pay attention, especially in history and politics. And the track record of these people has been undermining every individual department of the federal government so that now they can get on a level to undermine the government itself and the Constitution of the United States. That's why they're always fighting public education, because educated people don't vote Republican. That's why they're fighting mental health, because mentally healthy people don't need to discriminate against people the way the Republicans sell their cheap tickets to vote. Any of these things can be foreseen from a distance if you're paying attention. Right now, everybody needs to be paying attention at how many members of Congress are violating their constitutional oath by continuing Donald Trump's attempt to steal the presidential office. We don't hurry up and put a stop to this. We don't start using the lock-up indictment, the lock-up charges that can lock these people up. We don't start disqualifying people from running an office. Yes, Nancy Pelosi, I'm talking to you. You had a chance to disqualify them from office, and you wanted to make them pay ownership. Don't worry about any ownership. Worry about keeping them in check, because not checking on them and not keeping them in check is how we got here.